Hi friends, welcome to Gyanathon Learning. Chapter 1 is an introduction to partnership and its basic concepts.
Before delving into the various concepts of partnership, let us first quickly see the meaning of the term partnership and what are the features of an organization which is a partnership firm. The meaning of partnership, according to Section 4 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932, is that partnership is a relation between two persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. This means that partnership is nothing but a relationship between two or more people. Now, what kind of a relation is it? It is a business relation. What do they agree in relation to such business? That the partners will share the profits or losses arising out of such business. How is this business carried on? It is carried on by all the partners or any of the partners acting on behalf of all the other partners. So, this is the basic definition of the term partnership. Now, let us see what are the features or characteristics of partnership. When you see an organization, what are the things that are present in the organization which make you call that organization as a partnership? There are 6 basic features of partnership, and if these 6 features are present in an organization, you can call it as a partnership firm. So, let us have a look at these 6 features one by one. First feature, two or more persons. The basic definition of partnership itself tells that partnership is a relation between two or more persons. So it is imperative that there should be a minimum of two or more persons coming together for some common goal. However, there is also an upper limit as to how many people can be coming together to form a partnership. In case of a firm carrying on banking business, it is a maximum of 10 persons, whereas in all other businesses, it is a maximum of 20 persons. So, the minimum is at least 2 person and the maximum or the upper limit in case of banking business is a maximum of 10 persons, and for all other businesses a maximum of 20 people. Now let us look at the second feature, which is agreement. Partnership happens as a result of an agreement between the partners to carry on business and share its profits and losses. Such agreement or meeting of minds or reaching a consensus between the partners is an essential basis on which the partnership relation happens. The agreement between the partners can either be written or oral, both are valid. But in order to avoid any confusion, to avoid any disputes later on, it is preferred to have a written agreement wherein all the terms of the agreement between the partners are recorded appropriately and signed by all the partners. Such a written agreement between the partners is called as a partnership deed. The third basic feature is business. We saw that there should be some agreement among the partners. What should that agreement be about? Basically, that agreement should be to carry on some business. Please understand that co owning a property does not amount to partnership. When two or more people co own a property, they are just joint owners, not partners. In order to constitute a partnership, there should be some business being carried on. The fourth feature is mutual agency. Mutual agency is a very essential feature of partnership. So essential that if it is absent, it can be said that there is no partnership. What is this mutual agency? It means that the business of the partnership firm can either be carried on by all the partners together or by a few partners. However, even if a few partners are carrying on the business, all the other partners are also bound by the acts of those partners who are carrying on the business. So, this can have two important implications. Firstly, each and every partner has an equal right to participate in the activities or the conduct of the business. Secondly, each partner who undertakes the business activities is the principal as well as the agent of all the other partners. It means that a partner who undertakes an activity binds all the other partners also by his acts. For example, if a partner handles all the purchases of a partnership, then the decisions taken by him in his purchases department are binding on all the other partners as if he is their agent for such activity. Similarly, he is also bound by the actions of all other partners who handle the other activities in the firm. The fifth important feature is sharing of profits and losses. We saw that there must be an agreement between the partners to carry on some business. When there is a business, it can result either in a profit or in a loss. There should also be an agreement between the partners to share such profit or loss that arises from carrying on the agreed business. The sixth feature is regarding the liability of partners. Each partner is liable jointly and severally to third parties for all acts of the firm done while he is a partner. It means that a partner is liable for acts done by any other partner as well till he himself is a partner with the firm. So he is jointly liable with the other partners for all the acts of the firm as a whole. Liable severally means that the liability of a partner is unlimited, which means that while paying off the firm's debts, his private assets can also be used. So, these are the 6 features or characteristics of a partnership firm which we saw in detail.